Hey, hey. I love that song so much. Um, so we're back. It's a Wednesday, obviously. Um, I want to get started with, again, thanking Soda Pop Bros for their amazing sodas and all the goodness that they bring to us. I also want to today discuss. So, Friday, you watched the video of apologize for the camera angle on that one. It was impromptu video making because I was trying to omit certain things in the house and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You get it. Anyways, I wanted to discuss in person now about these D&D magic cards. So my buddy and I did the pre-release opening of these. Um, you can watch the previous video from last Friday. And admittedly, we both forgot to use the dungeon initiative that we had. So we didn't even use that mechanic, which I was actually really excited about using in the first place when it came to this particular card game. So I was like, well, not card game, the series of cards. So I'm a bit bummed about that because I do have other dungeons as we've opened before. So, first of all, let me get these cards out. So this is the pre-release deck that I created. Obviously, it's in the bright colored sleeves. That's how you know it's mine. um, so yeah, here it is, right on top, of course, naturally. So this is the initiative card. Obviously, my camera is not going to zoom in on it. It's cool like that. And then there's the dungeon. Hey, Fredster. Hey, Rebite. So even though we played it, and you guys watched us Friday play it, we still didn't use the dungeon mechanic, so I'm kind of ticked about that. Kind of ticked about this shirt sliding off too. Um, I want to touch more on that. So when you get the initiative, you're supposed to be able to play a part of the dungeon and make your way to the end of the dungeon. So the first room, secret entrance. Oh god, of course. I'm gonna need my glasses today, sorry. I did my makeup all nice, and I still need glasses. I don't need glasses every day, but of course, naturally, it would be a day that I decided to wear makeup. If I can even get it on my ear. There we go. Hey, I'm old. Um, so the first room is a secret entrance. You search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, and then shuffle. Easy peasy. I did know that, Rebite, actually. I was about to talk, I'll get into it, but there's a new series of Magic cards that's coming out soon, and I'm dying to talk about it. I haven't looked them up, but I will be looking them up when I talk to you guys. Sorry, I don't know why I tried to cover my burp. I'm wearing a headset. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. That's insultingly loud to you. My apologies. Um, then you can choose one of two rooms. You can either go to the left, which is the forge, and you can put two +1/+1 counters on target creature, or you can go right to the lost well and you can scry 2, which just means you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck. But if you go to the forge, then you have two options. You can trap, so target player loses 5 life. That's pretty cool. Or you can arena, so you goad a target creature. But if you went to the lost well, the third option is stash, so you create a treasure token, which, yeah, it's no biggie. Personally, I'd go for the trap. Then from there, there's archives, you draw a card, or, if you take the other way, it's catacombs. You create you create a 4/1 black skeleton creature token with menace. It's not bad. In the last room, you reveal the top 10 cards of your library. Put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. It gains hexproof until your next turn, and then shuffle. What? I wanted to play this so bad. There's so many cool things about using the dungeon, like, mechanic in this game now. So I've challenged my buddy. We're gonna play again. We might build a different deck instead of using the pre-release decks, just because I have other cards here. And we did both pick like the similar colors. I think we both did green, red. Yeah, green, red. But yeah, that was my big loss on that one. I also lost both games, as you guys saw. It's only because I won the roll. Normally I don't win the roll, so I won that, and that's where my luck went. Went right out the window from there. That being said, so funny. I did get a tip to open a pack of cards today. Thank you. And naturally, what do you think I'm gonna pick? I'm gonna be going for the D&D one, since I really, really, really want to try and play more D&D cards. So, do I go for Battle of Baldur's Gate or just the Forgotten Realms? I'm gonna go for the Forgotten Realms. Only because that's what the, wait, was this? No, this was the Battle for Baldur's Gate. Sorry, my shirt keeps messing around with me. I'm not impressed. Now I have to look. Wait, it's right here. It was the Battle for Baldur's Gate. Okay, I'm opening a Battle for Baldur's Gate. I just had to make sure. Ooh. Commander Legends, Battle for Baldur's Gate, Draft Booster. It is a draft booster, it's not an actual, like... the regular cards. I don't know why turning around made me think I was going to open it better. Aw, dang it! I got the same dungeon. I got the Undercity again. Okay, I'm not completely upset about it, but... I did get the Undercity again. Also, my overhead camera is still not working properly. I think it's because both my cameras have to be hardwired and not... I can't have one of them plugged into an extension. And this one's plugged into an extension. So I think that's the reason why the other one's not working. I will troubleshoot that later. What else do we get here? Flaming Fist Officer, Gnome Soldier. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Flaming Fist Officer. That's pretty good, actually. Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind. Ooh. Artifact. Tap and add red mana. If that mana is spent on a dragon creature spell, it gains haste until the end of turn. Oh, that's handy dandy. Hey, Lord Blunt, how's it going? Druid of the Emerald Grove. Dwarf Druid. When Druid of the Emerald Grove enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and reveal them, then roll the d20. 1 to 9, put those cards in your hand, and you scared the crap out of me. Oh my god, I don't know why my camera didn't, like, focus. Put it in your hand, then shuffle. 10 to 19, put one of those cards in the battlefield, tap, and the other one in your hand, and shuffle. 20, put those cards on the battlefield, tap, and then shuffle. Whoa, almost dropped it. Contact the other plane. Roll a d20. Um, that happened. My headset died because I wasn't receiving sound. Love that for me. Anyways, enjoy your dentist. Contact the other plane, roll a d20, 1 to 9, draw 2 cards, 10 to 19, scry 2, then draw 2, 20, scry 3, then draw 3. Chain Devil. Ooh, that's cool. Creature Devil, obviously. Animate Chains. When Chain Devil enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a non-token creature. That's dirty. Scouting Hawk. Creature, bird. Flying, keen sight. When Scouting Hawk enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than you, search your library for a basic plains card and put it onto the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. That's pretty good if you're running low on mana. Ooh. Almost threw my cards on the floor. Cloak of the Bat. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature has flying and haste. Takes 2 mana to equip it. So takes 2 mana and you can become Batman. Hezru? Frog Demon. Has Demonic Stench as an instant. Each creature that blocked this turn gets -1/-1 until end of turn. And when you play the card, whenever one or more creatures you control become blocked, each blocking creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. And it's a 6/6, so this is pretty good. Hey there, goat. We got a tip to open a pack of cards, so obviously I'm sure you know I'm opening up some Baldur's Gate D&D to go along with everything else because I want to create a deck with this and actually be able to use and remember to use. That being said, the dungeon, since we didn't last time. Ooh, a Dire Mimic. I'm pretty sure I already got one of these like a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago or whatever, but I still love my mimics. Artifact Treasure has Flash. You can tap it, sacrifice Artifact Dire Mimic and add 1 mana of any color, or add 3 mana and Dire Mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature with base power and toughness 5/5 until end of turn. I love the mimics. I love them so much. You've been caught stealing. Sorcery. Choose one. Threaten the merchant. Each creature blocks this turn if able. Bribe the guards. You create a treasure token for each opponent who is dealt damage this turn. That's kind of fun. Blur. Instant. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Draw a card. Navigation Orb. Artifact. Pay 2, sacrifice. Pay 2 and tap, sacrifice Navigation Orb. Search through your library for up to 2 basic land cards and or gate cards. Reveal those cards, put one onto the battlefield tapped, and the other into your hand, then shuffle. Colossal Badger. It's like a honey badger. It's got a sorcery, Dig Deep. Choose target creature, mill 4 cards, then put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each creature card milled this way. Wow. Then when you play it, when Colossal Badger enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. It's a 6/5, and you pay 6 for it. That's not bad. Ooh, Emerald Dragon. Actually, I feel like Goat got this one already, but whatever. Has an instant, Dissonant Wave, counter target activated or triggered ability from a counter target activated or triggered ability from a non-creature source. Oh, that makes sense. And then played, he has Flying and Trample. Githzerai Monk. Don't butcher me for butchering that pronunciation. It's a Gith Monk. Has Flash, Flying, Psychic Defense. When it enters the battlefield, tap all creatures you don't control. Ooh, that's dirty. I like that. Taunting Kobold. Haste, whenever Taunting Kobold attacks, goad target creature until an opponent controls. Corlessa Scale Singer. Legendary creature, Dragon Bard. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. Anytime. You may cast dragon spells from the top of your library. Whoa. I think I want to build a dragon deck. A dragon and mimic deck. Come on, camera, pick it up. It's awesome. It's always this side of my shirt. I will ruin it. Okay. Scion of Halaster. Legendary enchantment, background. Commander creatures you own have the first time you would draw a card each turn. Instead, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your graveyard and the other back on top of your library, then draw a card. Earthquake Dragon. There's a lot of dragon cards in this. Ooh, that is a hefty cost. I haven't even looked at the rest of the card yet. I just looked at the mana cost, and it's 15. 15. Woo! Creature, Elemental Dragon. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total mana value of dragons you control. So it's 15, but it could cost you less if, yeah, okay. Has Flying, Trample, and you can pay 3 sacrifice a land, and return Earthquake Dragon from your graveyard to your hand. That is a nasty little card right there. It's a 10/10 as well. Dragon deck is seeming to be something I really want. I got a Juvenile Mist Dragon too. It's a foil. It's so cute. Oh my god, it's so cute. Juvenile Mist Dragon, creature dragon, flying, confounding clouds. When Juvenile Mist Dragon enters the battlefield, for each opponent, tap up to one target creature that player controls. Each of those creatures doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Ooh, dirty. I like it. I like these dragons. Yeah, I'm totally gonna end up making Yeah, it is a blue card. I totally want to build a dragon deck now. I'm also trying to fix my shirt off camera because if it falls down again, I'm gonna like lose it. There we go. So these have to go into my big bin of cards over here. Also, because I did mention previously that I haven't actually tried the command soda, I figure I should do that on stream today too. I'm thinking so. I feel like I could probably make at least like one small regular deck. Here we go with the commander. Oh my god, I feel so old. I'm trying to like look at what the flavoring is. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. Or not. I'm gonna go try the other one. I just looked at that lid and it looks a bit squished, so I'm not gonna attempt fucking with that one. This one's kind of opening. Just so you know, they are supposed to be twist tops. Oh my god, I ripped my sweater. Doing good, folks. We're doing good. Oh, I got a bottle opener right here. I know they're supposed to be twist tops, but we'll make do. Grr. Go me. I'm like, I'm gonna do this simple thing. Oh my god! You know what? Just no chaos. We're good. Just a little spilt soda. It smells yummy. Why am I am the reason we can't have nice things, everybody. It's like 110% just all me. And I can almost guarantee you that Lord Blunt and Goat are probably both laughing and nodding. Did I just like... Yeah, they're the... Listen, you guys. It didn't want to open, and then I tried using the can opener, and then it slid, and then... Yeah. See? I told you it was a twist top. It just didn't want to twist off. Well, it smells good. I'm going to give it a shot. I haven't tried this one yet. That's why I was eager. That is true. I don't know. I can't even tell you what the flavor is. I can tell you, like, I'm not really the biggest fan, though. It's... I don't know what the flavor is. I don't know if it's blueberry or if it's blackberry. It's some sort of berry. I'm gonna find a child. Alright, I found a child. One sec. Okay. Try it out, Luke. Let's see. Tell me what flavor it is. Oh, you look just as perplexed as I did. Oh, Luke.exe has errored.
Blackberry or blackcurrant?
Blackberry or blackcurrant, that's what you're saying?
Or grape?
See, I was thinking like blueberry or blackberry.
This is really good though.
You like it?
Yeah.
Keep it, it's yours.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm coming back up. It seems like the general consensus is it's blackberry? We say that with a question mark because we don't know what the intended flavor is, but I can tell you it tastes like blackberry. No, that was... Which one? This is green apple. That's lemon lime. Butterscotch beer. This one, to me, the clarity tasted like the cream soda, but actually you might be right. Maybe it was the clarity that was more the lychee flavor. I'm just going to move these before I knock them over like I did the other bottle. At least I didn't spill it on the cards. Alright, let's see if this one opens for me. This might be one I like. I just put a hole in my actual sweater. I've had this sweater for years. Okay, well, not doing that anymore. I'm having a good day today, you guys. Okay. Ta-da! I didn't spill it. I was so worried about doing that on camera because normally I would have spilled it. Okay. That's the lychee one. Or lychee, whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce that, or however it should be pronounced. Man, I'm chaos today. I'm not even meaning for it to be chaotic. I just am. It's one of those days. So this is lychee flavor, whichever way you want to pronounce it. And that's the clarity. And this one I actually like. Other one, this one here, the command. It's got the right amount of fizz. It's got the right amount of flavor. It's just not a flavor to my liking. But my son loves it, so yeah, I like this. All right, so what other things are coming up? Ooh, the thing I wanted to talk about, the thing I want to kind of sort of like touch base on a bit. I personally don't know enough about it because I, as you guys know, don't look shit up. I'm an asshole. But I happen to have to look this one up. Let me just pull it up here. So, I know this is very far away from now, but there's something I'm really looking forward to this summer. June 13th of this coming summer, so 2025, Magic the Gathering is bringing out a Final Fantasy series. What? All the Moogle cards in the world I will have to own and collect. All the Cactuars, all the different ones. Sephiroth and Cloud, Vivi, Sid. Oh, Sid. And his airship. All the things. Like, I cannot believe, A, this never happened earlier, but B, I'm happy this happened now that I'm back to playing Magic because... little over the top excitement right there. But Sephiroth better be badass and he better be hot. I know you don't care about that sort of stuff, but little girl in me used to have a crush on Sephiroth. And Sid. I got weird taste. But that's the link, right? Vivi's the best. His story is so sad. There's so many people I know that have had crushes on Tifa, though. I think that's so funny. Ah, excuse me. Um, so yeah, for obvious reasons and obvious excitement, I will be having to do the pre-release for Final Fantasy in June, and I really don't care what is happening the pre-release weekend. Nothing will stop me. If I have to go in on a stretcher, so be it. It's happening. Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering. I need it. I need all of it. And like, for some of the new viewers here, let's just go ahead and just show you... Oh no, I think I put it in plastic. I was going to say show you my Final Fantasy games, but I think my original NES cartridge I put away properly. Yep, I totally did that. And I don't know which one I have sitting in my Super Nintendo up here. I think it's 2 or 3. It's 2 or 3 and I'm too short to get it. But I have all my original cartridges. Like I have my original Nintendo cartridge, my Super Nintendo cartridges. Yee. This shirt is not stream friendly. Um Um, oh my God, Scatterbrain. Right, so I have all my original cartridges for all the things, including my DS. I have all the DS versions as well. And I did play the online version a bit. There's just a certain point in the game that I didn't like about the Final Fantasy Online, like the more recent one. What is it, 13, 14? I just, there's a bit of paywalls that come with it, which, come on, Final Fantasy, do better. But B, there's, let's be honest, Final Fantasy was never a multiplayer game. The fact that they made it a multiplayer game is awesome. I did love the idea that I could play with other people who had it. Unfortunately, they made certain parts of the game literally multiplayer only. There's certain dungeons in the game where you can't progress further as a solo player. You can't go further without a team. You can't solo the dungeon. It's impossible. You have to have a party of 4 to 6 people, things like that. And that's why I actually quit the Final Fantasy online game, was because I could no longer solo it and I couldn't progress in my game because I wasn't allowed to solo it any further. And as a Final Fantasy player, it's been solo since the 80s. So, again, do better, Final Fantasy. I have I have so many different parts of Final Fantasy that I appreciate a lot. Like Terra, the as a Esper girl, loved the shit out of her. Sabin was hilarious. I love how he suplexes a train. Final Fantasy VII, a lot of people I knew liked. I did complete the game. My heart wasn't in it, but there was what's his face with the guns. Starts with a B. Can't remember it. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Queen. So yeah, I liked Barrett. Um, I just was I again I played it, I finished it. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I didn't like the style of leveling up your equipment, like the orbs and stuff. It was just a bit much for me. But that's just me. I still played it and still finished it. Um, is it Final Fantasy 9? I believe it's Final Fantasy 9, which is Vivi and Stein and all them. I love that. And I do believe it's 10 that has the gothy sorceress Lulu who carries around a Moogle plush. A lot of my numbers are all combined here with Final Fantasy, but yeah, the story of Vivi is next level. I literally cried for that poor little bugger. I felt so bad for him. It's a sad existence that he had. 10 was the unfortunate water soccer one. I mean, I finished the game, but albeit the times that you actually had to complete the soccer game to move forward in the game, I had a friend come over and do the soccer portion for me because I was getting pissed the fuck off because I don't play sports games. I play sports in real life. I don't play sports games online. So when they added that mechanic into the Final Fantasy X, and there was a part where you had to complete the game, I just had a friend come over, said, "Finish this part for me. I'll do the rest. I don't care. Thank you. Bye." See, you go through the actual proper numbers of things. I'm going through the North American numbers of things. So, what version is your Final Fantasy 6? And that's the other thing too, is like Final Fantasy has like the uh international numbering and then it has the North America numbering, and yeah, it's kind of hard to, I shouldn't do that with my hands. See, and for us here in North America, I do believe that's 3. Yeah, you use international numbers. I've always used the North American numbers. So I always have to like do the figuring out. I'm like, wait a second, give me a character name and I'll know what you're talking about. Around that time, there was also Mystic Quest, which was a spin-off of. Oh my goodness, I have to pull my nose again. And what other ones? Oh, 13. I don't even want to get started on how much I hated the linear playing of Final Fantasy 13. Like the lack of open world, the lack of exploration, the lack of anything. Sure, lightning was cool and lightning was hot, but like outside of that, the gameplay, it was awful. See, and I'm creature of habit. When I first got introduced to Final Fantasy, I was just coming out of diapers, like just, and an uncle of mine was actually working on that game. Well, he was helping working on the North American version of that, which was Final Fantasy 3, and then he was also working on, oh, why am I brain farting? Dragon Quest, I believe it is, with the slimes. So I only know the North American versions because it was the first thing I was introduced to and the numbers that I was introduced to. It's like when somebody introduces themselves to me as a certain name. If you change your name after you introduce me as said name, it's going to take me forever to not call you that name. It's just a habit, I know, but it's a habit nevertheless. Because I know a lot of people by their nicknames only and not their actual names. Because someone was just like, oh, yeah, that's so and so. I'm like, oh, hi, so and so. I'll never know your name now because you accepted that nickname. Same with the numbering. Ugh, I really want to play Final Fantasy now. But I've overplayed every single Final Fantasy so much. Not 13, though. Never 13 ever again. I did it once. That was all. But I played the rest of them so many goddamn times that the nostalgia factor's there. I like the sounds. I like the music. I just don't like the grind anymore. I've done it so many other times that I'm just over it. I hate it. I hate that for myself. Because I want to so bad. I don't think they probably don't have another Final Fantasy game coming out again, do they? I've done that a couple times actually. Go like I restarted 2 several times. I restarted 3 several times. And there's just a certain point where I'm just like, yeah. But I play it and I get excited up until a certain point where I'm just like, oh yeah, I got all the special stuff. Now what? I don't think I could do 10 again. The soccer thing just ruined it for me, honestly. And 13, I can't play it again either. It actually, funny story. So I touched a goat and that sounds like a really weird sentence to say out loud, but he took me to the pre-release midnight sale of Final Fantasy 13. That's how long ago I got that game. I stood outside of, I think it was EB Games or it was GameStop, one of the two stores, And we stood out there in the middle of the night, and I got my game, and I played it maybe 12 to 16 hours in a row. I got, by the time I got about halfway through the game, I am. I am. I'm so bitter about it. I waited outside at midnight. I was cold, and I paid a lot for that game. And when I got it, I played the ever-loving shit out of it until I finished it, and there was no good out of it. Nothing. It was linear. I couldn't explore. I couldn't do anything. It was garbage. I loved the character development. I loved the characters. I loved all of the beauty of the game. The gameplay, shit. Absolute rubbish. Will never play 13 ever again. And I'm even more bitter about it because I waited out for it in the cold at midnight and it was shit. I'll never not be bitter about that. I guess I got a little angry there. Yeah, I did the pre-release wait in the night. Fucking, I thought it would be a super fun thing and I got super excited. Like, I'm pretty sure I punched Goat several times out of excitement because that's what I do when I get excited. Sorry, everyone. I get a little punchy. And yeah, no, I hated it. Every part of it. It was pretty, but that was about it. I'm bitter. Yeah. It's how many. Wait, when was that even released? I'm so bitter about it now. Let's look at release date. Oh my god. December 17th, 2009. That's a long ass time ago, and that's a long ass time to hold a grudge. I kind of feel bad now. 15-year grudge. But you know what? Ever since 13, I'm going to go on this a little bit. Ever since 13, they haven't really brought much out, though. They did 13. I think they did a 13-2 to try and make it better, which I don't do that. Um, and then they brought out 14, which is online, and it's still going. I wonder if they have any new games coming in. Now I'm curious. There's 3 of them? Maniacs. What is the point? It was such a linear game. Ugh. Just cut it off and just move forward. I just tried to look up if they had any new games and just wow. They have so many spin-offs, but they don't actually have anything innately worthwhile. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII. What is this? The First Soldier. Listen to me talk. We have Endwalker, Chocobo GP. Dawn Trail. 7 Rebirth. 7 Ever Crisis. They have 3 sevens that just came. What? That's the one thing I can't do, unfortunately. I cannot play. I mean, I played Final Fantasy 14 on PC because it was an online game. I can't play Final Fantasy on my computer. I need one of these bad boys. And even like, oops, I went to go lift up my controller and my cam cut. Doing good, folks. We're doing good today. Ugh. It's a good thing I didn't want to stream for too many hours today, huh? And I'm back. Enjoy your, yeah, enjoy the rest of work. I didn't realize you were on break. Um, yeah, it's crazy that they're just remaking games or remastering games and they're splitting them up to make them larger. It's like, give me a good, real new Final Fantasy. The entire premise of 13 I loved, which is the biggest reason why I waited in line for it, obviously. That and my love for Final Fantasy. Make us a new game. It's not hard. There's so many creative people out there. And how many fucking people want more Final Fantasy? Which is why they're remaking 7 so much. And I, again, wasn't even the biggest fan of it. I played it, but I was like, meh. Let's see, what's Final Fantasy 16 like? Final Fantasy 16. I'm gonna take a little, I guess, but I want something new, man. If I want to replay the old stuff, I'll just replay my old stuff. I still got it. I don't want to like, I don't want to play something I've already played a gazillion times. Okay, Final Fantasy 16 came out last year for the PlayStation 5. There's Windows version that came out in 2024. Blah, blah, blah. Give me the characters and the story, maybe? Oh, I don't care if it was nominated or what it won. I'll have to look it up later. Okay, kinda, yeah, but if that's the case, redo Chrono Trigger. Just saying, where's Chrono Trigger? Hmm? Why don't they do some, like, sprucing up of the OG SimCity? What about Lufia? What about oh, ActRaiser? That was a good game. Faxanadu. There's tons of games they could redo. I sound like an old person right now. Especially the fact that I mentioned Faxanadu. I shouldn't have done that. That's me aging myself. Yeah, it's true, but not so much. Not RPGs, anyways. They've redone like Tetris, some of the Marios, things that'll still attract like younger groups and crowds. I feel like RPG is kind of being pushed aside like a lot. Which is unfortunate because all these kids are just not able to have like a full on fantasy adventure. They're missing out. Oh, I sound old. Well, what they Well, for the original NES, let's see. Well, even like any. There was Lufia. I mean, it was puzzle. It was still RPG, though. I guess Zelda is always like an ongoing thing, so that doesn't really count. Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest. They've redone some Dragon Quest. Dragon Warrior, Ultima. I'm gonna like go through my little chest over here. What else do we got? Because I usually only played the RPG games, honestly. What do we got here? We got Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 2, we got Lufia 1, ActRaiser, Lufia 2. Kendo Rage is definitely not an RPG. We're just going to pretend I didn't have that one. What else is there? I guess, yeah. There wasn't too much, was there? I'm trying to... Yeah, I guess there wasn't that much, but I guess it just consumed so much time for us, because younger or something? Hey, Jenkins! Sorry. Again, I don't know why I just covered my mouth. My mic isn't there, it's here. Doing good. Yeah, I don't know. I want more RPG games. I want. And like some of these new RPG games are definitely missing the mark and the purpose of RPGs. At least the things that like we used to like when we were younger from them. Like, you could finish the game without this super secret awesome weapon or without getting this extra person in your party. But did you know there's a super secret extra awesome weapon that you could get and you can get this other character and finish it another way? Games don't do that anymore. That is true. But I mean, look at us in our Valheim time. We spend so many hours on that game. Is it beautiful? Yes. But not all the graphics are beautiful. Like, it's so rudimentary for our characters, our character actions, the boat, the house. Anything up close that you can interact with is lacking in detail, but none of us really care because when we stare up at the sky or we look at the ocean, look at the trees, it's kind of worth it. I think people are putting too much emphasis on how good things need to look versus the gameplay. And they're missing out on gameplay by paying attention too much to how things look. I mean, that is true. But if you get that super secret island with Sid, yeah, the water and the lightning, the storms, the wind, and being able to see like the wind trails to know which way the wind is moving in Valheim is pretty awesome. Whoa. I'm not gonna lie, the music in some of those games, mwah. Like, I can't not hear a Final Fantasy tune and not get excited. I get excited every time I hear it. And the character development, you're I feel like maybe I could be wrong because maybe I just don't play enough new RPGs to gather this information properly, but unpopular opinion versus like slash my opinion is the character development in the old RPGs was so good. You would get so connected with them and their stories that you were interacting with them enough that you were playing essentially your own movie. Like you are a character in this movie that they've created. Whereas new RPGs now is here you go, you're this person, go in this world that we created and do these things. And you might be able to meet people if you want to talk to them, but you don't have to. And there's no real purpose. It's like, what the hell? I mean, Baldur's Gate kind of did it, but I don't know. I still didn't get attached to the characters. When I played Final Fantasy IX, I literally cried because of Vivi. I still can't play Vivi's side of the story without actually crying or getting a little teary-eyed. It chokes me up. We need more heart into our games, I guess. That's a better way of wording it. I want to fall in love with characters again. Sorry, I have the music on my headphones because if there's not sound coming through my headphones, they just shut off after a time, apparently. That's great to know. Found that out today. Um, but it's the B.A. Johnson I Don't Smoke No Government Weed song. I love this song. I don't smoke no government weed. I'm awful. Um, I really don't know what else we should be discussing, and I have brain fog, and I feel like poop poo. And I also kind of want to just turn into a gremlin and play Valheim. But I know you guys are kind of sick of watching us play Valheim. Hey, I didn't see this before. Wow. I just got distracted so easily. Oh, cool. Yeah, literally. I didn't notice this. It's cool. The worst part is like normally this happens when we're on voice and shit talking or whatever, and you don't see me do it. But yeah, you just saw me do it. So there's that. Anywho, before I decide to turn off the stream, I know again it's a short stream, just like it was on Friday, but I know you guys are sick of Valheim, and I'm sick, and I want to play Valheim, so that's gonna happen. But also, yeah, it is this Friday, which is the 29th. This Friday, I'm either. That's true. Today is chemo day, and I still have a stomach flu, which is fantastic. Um, but on Friday, when I come online, I'm going to do one of two things. I haven't really decided yet. Depends on how I'm feeling and how things go. I'm either going to. Goat, you might want to listen to this. Paint some figures live on camera with you guys. Or I'm going to build some Legos that I still have to do. Because there's one set of Legos that I have that's going to take me forever to do. But I do want to finish it. And if I don't hold myself accountable and maybe do it on stream every once in a while, I'll probably not get around to it as much as I have been picking at it. So one of those two things will happen, and then Sunday I won't be here, unfortunately. I might have a video available to post for you guys on Sunday, but I do apologize. December 1st, we will not be here as I will be playing Vampire the Masquerade in a LARPing session. So there's that. I can't believe how nerdy that sounds coming out of my lips. Yeah, but I'm excited to do it. I totally am. So that's gonna happen. But the following Sunday, yeah, I was expecting that to happen. Thanks, Goat. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Blunt. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Anywho, the following Sunday we will have D&D, right? I know you guys are probably looking at me like, right? Let me check the schedule. Okay, cool. Yeah. Nobody has said no to the 8th. So we will be doing D&D December 8th. So until then, I'm going to go. Um, Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for enjoying chatting with me and hearing me go on and on and on about Final Fantasy, my love for Final Fantasy, and my love for D&D, because that happened. Yeah, that's usually how that goes. Um, but yeah, stay tuned. Friday, I'll be here. We're gonna do something creative. I don't know what side of creativity is gonna happen, but something creative's happening here on Friday. So stay tuned for that. Sorry for the chaos. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.